Okay, I'm gonna take a look at Workout Wednesday, week 19. Dashboard with some containers, some padding, some different pieces. Luke let us know 9 sheets. So we've got 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will connect to data source. Saw some other people using current Superstore, couldn't find manufacturer, so I got the one from data.world. Let's start with the table. So we'll bring out, looks like we have a hierarchy of manufacturer and product name. So we'll drag product name to manufacturer. Drag that out to here, not to columns, to rows. And bring sales. One thing I noticed, just want to make sales into dollars. Same thing with profit. Bring sales out here to text. Profit right in there. And count of orders. And profit ratio. Name of that one. Entire view. Whoa, not entire view. Fit width. Bring this down a bit to give those some space. Talk about, it doesn't really talk about what's going on. So manufacturers are sorted, assuming by sales. And we want these to be a little bigger, a little more space. All right, so no row banding. But we do want row dividers. Okay. Let's make that just a hint lighter. Purple sequential. So we want to go here. Nope. Want these to be square, not square, maybe square. There we go. Then we add color. We can right click and use separate legends. So for sales, we want this to be purple sequential. this hex code. 8 steps. Okay, that looks about right. Profit and count of orders we want to be white. So yeah. So for profit, we want this to be white to white. Let's try it in 2 steps so it's always white. Magic. We'll do the same for count of orders. This is going to work. Oh. We need to have it as diverging. Okay, and then profit ratio gave us that. And then we want our profit ratio. In 8 steps. Okay. All right, so we've got our table. This table. Okay, now we need bar charts that are just by month. So we'll bring in month of order date with sales, some sales. We want this to be a bar, 94, 352, okay. And we're going to get everything out of here. Turn off grid lines, turn off axis rulers, unshow the header. And we need this color to be purple, but it's a lower opacity of 50%. Okay, drop the size a bit. We'll probably play more with that later. Okay, so this is sales bar. I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. So it's going to be orders bar, profit ratio bar. So orders, we need the count distinct order ID. Profit ratio, we need the profit ratio. To percentage. Profit, we want profit. Okay. Got our bars. Now we need our bands. KPI text title 9-point, metric 15-point. All right, so let's duplicate this once more. This would be our sales band. We take this out and the label. We want it to be top left. Point. No bolds. No, we're not. Don't want it to be gray though. We want it to be darker gray. Interesting. Oh, the opacity was on. Okay. Above this in 9-point, we want sales. Okay, and then we duplicate this 3 times. Count distinctive order date or order ID. Change the text to be orders. Okay. Now we have all of our sheets. Now comes the fun part. So 1100 by 850. We want an overall vertical container. So we're going to remove this tiled container. All right, so we've got our overall. I'm going to bring in a blank. So this blank is just going to be a placeholder. So now I can bring in my horizontal text. Call this 20. Okay, and then we need our images over on the right side. So bring the image over here. Choose that from my some images. So we go nice and big. We're going to have to come back and put the URLs in there. Okay, so now we can make this 150. Nope. Okay, so we're going to want padding on these. Let's call it inner padding of 25. Okay, that seems to work. All right, and then this greater vertical container is going to have this gray background. This is nope. Okay, we'll call that gray okay. All right, so now we need another horizontal container here. We can actually move this blank into this horizontal. Actually, we can take the blank out. So now we've got this horizontal. We'll bring in our table. And actually, going to need this to be a vertical container as well. Let's bring our blank back, bring it in here. And I need a vertical here where I can bring in the table. I'll bring in a blank above it. And this blank is going to have no padding and is going to be purple. Height of the gray header components was 110. purple tabs is 10 pixels. Okay, get rid of that one. And we want 0 outer padding on this one as well. And within this container, we want the background to be white, which takes care of that gray space up there. And we need some inner padding on this one, 10. And then we'll have some additional outer padding on the vertical. Call it 10. Okay, so now we need another vertical for the KPI cards. So now I can move this into here, and this blank is just really a placeholder so that I can make sure I get my things in where they need to go. So we need a horizontal with blank. It's going to be purple. 0 padding. This is 10 pixels. And then we need a vertical in there with the sales band and the sales bar. Get rid of our titles. This is 75. Okay, so now we need this vertical to not have any, sorry. These should be 0 outer padding and 10 inner padding. Same over here. 0 and 10. And then this vertical container needs to have a white background. So there's our KPI card for sales. So now we need to do the same thing 3 more times. So we bring in a horizontal. Bring in our blank. Make our blank purple. 0 padding. 10. Bring in vertical with orders and orders. Hide titles. Five. Whoa, not 100. Okay. White background. Okay. And another horizontal. Blank. It's purple. 0 outer padding. Inner padding set to 10. Vertical. Let's make it white now. Profit ratio, hide, hide, 5, 0. It's like I forgot to do that on my bar before. All right, one more. Horizontal. Blank. Purple. Row. Gold. White. Profit. Profit. Hide title. Hide title. 0. 5. 0. All right, now we can take this blank out. And for each of these horizontals, I think we want, let's see, edge of gray box to components on left, bottom, and right is 30. All right, so let's turn off padding. Now that we're done, we can remove that tiled actually. All right, so this one we need 30. Nope. We can get rid of that horizontal too. All right, this one we can do 30 inner. Except for the top. We don't want any on the top. Okay. And we got the height of 110 up here. Purple tabs are 10. This vertical container, we want to make sure that contents are distributed evenly, which it looks like they are. Inner padding of all sheets is 10. Width of the KPI cards. So we can set this width to 300. We're going to need call it 5. Let's try 5. See what that does for everything. Looks all right. Play with this one. Bottom doesn't need any. The right doesn't need any. The top needs 5, and the left needs 5. quite a line there. Take the bottom off this one. Or we just add 5 back to this one. Just kind of playing around with how things look. All right, I've got something here. Right. Everything is looking good. I think we actually have a little more on this outside. So since we have the 5 here on the bottom and on the sides, we can make these 25 and they will be 30. So then let's make sure this one also has 5 on the right. Not 2, 5. Okay. There we have it. Let's just double check. We've got our purple tabs. These are distributed evenly, 300. The icons. We need to figure out what they actually do. So let's edit this image. Or maybe these are buttons. Oh, download. That's a new one. Okay, we'll bring these over here. Edit button to image. Make it an image. Choose the image. There we go. There's something new. So there's our picture. All right, so we don't need these. And we need to bring in more of these. Edit the button. PDF and an image. PDF. One more. PowerPoint. Look at that. All right, so now we want 0 outer padding. Inner padding. I'm just eyeballing this, but it looks like it works. So now those should download. And there's a download option. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now I think we're done. So there you go. Lots of containers. It's nice and clean. If I took some time, I would identify and label these. You can rename the dashboard item to be container. And then this is your sales KPI. So you can also rename each of those like that, just so that when you're going in this item hierarchy, you can keep track of what's what. And that's it.